All right, legends. Are we live? Let me just wait for the feed to come through here. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. Everything sounds crisp and clean. And a little bit different update here today, legends. What I want to do today is share with you the possible trading setups that I'm looking at from a day trading perspective today. Right, so there's the Elliott wave scenarios that we look at from a daily time frame perspective. There is speculation on a potential bear market that's going to kick in over here. We could potentially form a larger triangle, basically just continue the range up and down until before we take the highs or the lows. But what I want to do is just discuss inside of this little structure from an intraday trading perspective, what are the possible trading scenarios that I am looking at? I've already shared the trading possibilities and levels that I'm watching with the Legend Pro community, okay? And the Legends Pro community has been roping in the profits. 2 weeks ago, the Legends Pro community made 28% if you took the trades with good risk management, okay? And you took TPs where you're supposed to take TP1, protect your position, maybe leave some of it open for TP2. The week before, they make 54%, and last week, the Legends made 37%. If you'd like to come and join our Legends Pro community, link is here in the description. Right, legends. Also, what I'm asking over here is if you'd like to come and take these amazing trades on Bitcoin weeks, right, where you get that $300 just by securing your account with an email or a cell phone number. Also, the more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your account, and you also get 50% discount on your trading fees for me, which makes it worth it from a high leverage trading position. Right, legends. Without further ado, let's get into today's trading setups.
Big move in Bitcoin then, in contrast to all the notes I wrote pre-show, which were telling me that this was going to put Bitcoin under pressure.
The narrative that perhaps this launch of these political meme coins will sap flows from Bitcoin is showing us that it's really not the case this morning. If anything, it's just accelerated the momentum and the excitement around cryptocurrency under another Trump administration.
Hi, 𝗬cie. What is all this FOMO about? Should I buy Bitcoin now?
Are you smoking your socks? You should rather watch my show. You should rather watch my show.
Right, legends, today's live stream will be a lot shorter than my normal or usual live streams that I do a little bit later. So this is basically just an intraday setup in terms of what I'm watching for the rest of the day. And depending on how price action develops, then I'll have a new trading plan. But for now, excuse me, what I'd like to do is focus on this little structure over here. So what I want to do is take a fib here from the low to the high, okay, basically, okay, for the people that don't know how to use these tools properly just as yet, you take a fib from the lowest point to the highest point over here. And some of the levels that I'm speculating on along here to the upside is potentially already playing out, okay, where if you take point of control, I put on my daily levels, right? Let me just take some of these things out and show everyone, well, Dewald, how do you get these levels on your chart? So the first thing that I do in the mornings, now because it's a Monday, I need to go and see whether I have weekly point of controls and a new weekly level. So on a Monday morning, I go to my weekly time frame here on Bitcoin. And then I zoom into this little price action to see that, okay, first thing I do is I go and I take my fixed range volume profile on last week's candle from the top to the bottom. So I snap it on to the top and to the bottom. And then I see, ooh, that's interesting. I have last week, this is where the most amount of volume was traded, where that little red candle is over there. So what I do is I open up my weekly levels and you can see I have marked it as a weekly and daily naked point of control, because when I go onto the daily time frame, the point of control is exactly at the same level. If the daily level was at a different space, I would have it separate. Okay, so now I know, okay, there's my weekly point of control. What I also do is to say that, well, did we form a fresh weekly level? And no, we did not. Okay, a fresh weekly level for me would be when you have a open and a close at the same level that has not been tapped by price action just as yet, and that becomes a weekly level. So where we are at the moment, I don't see any weekly levels. I only see a weekly naked point of control. Then I go on to the daily time frame and see, well, do we have any fresh daily levels? Okay, so last night, 12 o'clock, we printed a fresh daily level with the open and close at the same level. Then I do the exact same thing to determine my point of control for my daily level from the top to the bottom, and you can see more or less, I mean, they are so close together, you have a daily point of control. So I just took the weekly one and I renamed it to say weekly and daily point of control because of how close it is. Now I have my fresh levels marked out. Okay, and these are important levels from a day trading perspective. Then I go back onto the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Now I look for intraday trading setups based on the levels that I have now. So this is where I now start building up some confluence. Right, you take a Fibonacci, I take a Fibonacci from the low to the high because I am now looking to trade this structure. This is what I am looking to trade. Intraday scalping setups, 15-minute, 1 hour time frame. You get in at support, you take profits at resistance. You short resistance, you take profits at support. This is not the trades that we are looking at over here, okay? These are little, you get in with good risk management, you take profits, right? Intraday scalping setups. So I've already shared this trading plan with the Legends Pro community, but what I do like over here is, okay, we have now tapped the 0.618. And at the 0.618, we have the naked daily point of control. We tapped that level to perfection. And I know that some of the Legends Pro community got into this trade because the risk management is phenomenal. Let me go here onto the 15-minute time frame. And the 15-minute time frame is usually where I do most of my trading. It is my favorite time frame to do trading. 15-minute and 1 hour time frame. Yes, last week I did share some crazy setups that I took on the 1 minute and even 30-second time frame. Those trades play out incredibly fast, and it does take a lot of experience to execute, lower time frame trades like I've done last week Friday when I shared the setups. My preferred method is to at least do one trade a day or one trade every second day. Right. Okay, cool, legends. So there's a chance that this could be the low for now. There's a chance. What I don't like is the 𝗬𝗍𝗃 CVD on the local time frame. Okay, when I look at CVD, let's refresh this over here. The one thing that I think is counting against this scenario, but sometimes you need to trade price action with good risk management, is that you can see with this recent candle or this recent momentum here to the upside, we are starting to form insane bearish CVD on yellow, on white. So we have a triple confirmation of bearish CVD, and the target is the low. Okay, the target is the low, right? And even that low over there. So I don't really want that low to be taken. Why not? Because when I zoom into this small little structure where we're currently getting the bounce, okay, what I like to see is when you take a fib from the low to the high, we have bounced on the 0.786 to perfection, and that is usually considered a bullish bounce. If price based on the local bearish CVD came down and it taps the 0.88, you increase that. Even with a bounce to the upside, you're going to come and take this low again, right? But if you are only trading price action, this is definitely a trade that I would have gotten into with good risk management. And if I did get into this SFP, I would have already taken profits because I like to use the VWAP as a TP1. And you can see that if you did play the swing failure pattern here, you put in your trading scenario, okay, from a longing perspective at the VWAP, right? Your stop loss below the low, you still have a trade, a 4.42 risk to reward. It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't think people understand how powerful these small movements can be, okay, from a high leverage, good risk management type of perspective. Okay, please, guys, you never risk more than 1 to 2% of your portfolio. Okay, right? We don't trade with 100% of our portfolios at 100x leverage. Okay, it's not how you trade from a risk management perspective. You can see that price is now struggling here by the VWAP at the moment, but if you did get into this trade, you should have already taken profits. Okay, it went even a little bit higher, which is beautiful. So if this trade had to find some more upwards momentum and it ignores the 𝗬rie CVD, basically invalidating it, it has to take these highs, okay, to invalidate the 𝗬rie CVD. So you could have either played the swing failure pattern over here, or you could have gotten into the 786. And now we're currently finding upwards momentum again, tapping the VWAP TP1, right? But this trade has the potential to come and claim the highs, these local highs here to the upside. Right. If this trade fails and it breaks down, this is now what I would like to share with everyone. If the trade fails and it breaks down, okay, let's look at another longing opportunity. So let's zoom into the structure. What I like to do is I look at the entire structure and I see, okay, we have a 786, which looks like it's standing all by its lonesome here to the downside. What I do like about the 786 over here is this little pivot. Swing failure pivot to perfection. Love it, love it, love it. Now what I want to do is to say that, well, from a corrective, if this is impulsive and this is a 3-wave corrective structure, I can go and measure corrective structure targets. So I take my trend-based FIB from the low, from the high to the low, to the high, because I want to measure the corrective structure. And now you can see that, okay, we have found support by the 618, the 1-to-1 extension, and the daily naked point of control. So there's a chance, remember, based on the bearish CVD that's building up at the moment, there's a chance that it SFPs the lows and it gets acceptance back above. So I will be paying attention to this level over here, especially if price takes the low and it starts trading back above that low. The next area that I'm watching is this little zone over here. Beautiful zone over here. Together with the 786, you can see that we have the 0.786 and we also have the 1.236. And you have this little pivot over here. And that is a beautiful corrective structure target. So if for the bulls to still have a chance for momentum here to the upside, and we do lose this structure and we do not successfully claim the low and start trading back above, this is the next zone that I will be looking for a long with good risk management. Okay, I have to stress, legends, that as long as price is falling to the downside, I ain't longing. Okay, I will not attempt a long if price just falls to the downside, right? Then this trading scenario is invalidated. For me as a technical trader, I have to see the reaction and I need to know where to put my stop loss so that when I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I want to get stopped out before it crashes to the downside. And there some people are adding to their positions and liquidating their account or their position. That's not how we trade. So I have to see the reaction. You have to stick to the rules. You have to stick to the rules of the game, and that's how you make profits. Right, so legends. SFP from the low, I will consider a long. A little bit further down, I do like this box. I can also show you how powerful the 1.236 level is. Okay, when I go back here onto the 1 hour time frame, look at what happened. Just from an education perspective, look at what happened to this structure. Let me switch off all the levels, clean up the kitchen over here. Look at what happened here. You have an impulsive structure to the upside, and you have a three-wave corrective structure. When I take a trend-based fib from the high, exactly like I've just done now on the lower time frames, to the low, snap it on, to the high. Look at where the C wave, A, B, C, found support. Okay, it did initially find support over here, but it lost the 1-to-1 extension, and then it found support at the 1.236. Right, beautiful. Impulse, corrective structure, found support at the 1.236, and this is what I'm now trying to highlight over here on the 15-minute time frame. Exactly the same scenario. That if we do lose the level where we are right now, okay, exactly, sorry, let me just put that back. Grab my pen properly, okay, A, B, C. You find the support and you start trading above this low. So I want price. I will only attempt a long. If price falls down and it starts trading above, that is where I long, because now I know where to put my stop loss. I do not add to the position. So I'm giving you guys my intraday trading setups that I'm looking at over here. But you have to remember to practice good risk management. The reason the Legends makes so much money inside of our Legends Pro community is because they exercise good risk management. They pay themselves when you hit resistance, okay? Do not think for one moment that this is going to be the trade that goes into price discovery. And then price moves up, you're happy about the trade, it falls back down and you're like, crap, I was in profits. Now I got stopped out with nothing. Right. So from a longing perspective, this is the zone that I'm paying attention to. Also an SFP from the low. From a simplicity perspective, if you do not know how to play swing failure patterns, let me take all the noise here out the way. Choop, 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 take this all out the way. Switch on my trend lines. Okay, from a front running perspective, this is what I will be looking at. There's your trend. Set your alarm. Maybe you miss it. Maybe you're going to gym. Maybe you've got a 9 to 5. Right, let me try that again. Once per bar, create, because this is a strategy that I like to use as well from a front running perspective, or if I missed the SFPs, I like to use the D-line strategy. You'll just have to go in with a little bit less capital because now your stop loss will be further away. So I will wait for the break. Maybe it finds support at SFPs from the lows. You miss the SFP and it breaks out here and it starts closing at least body of 15-minute candles above, right? Well, I will then take a Fibonacci from the high to the lowest point that's going to form over here. For now, this is the lowest point that we have. So I'll put it over there. Take the scribble out the way. It is never guaranteed, okay? Because we are inside of a range and we are not in a trending market, it's never guaranteed that you're going to take the high. So you need to pay yourself on the way up. In this little structure, the most obvious areas of resistance is the 50% over there. You can see resistance and support, beautiful resistance and support. So if you play the SFP or even down here, right, that is a TP profit taking area. That's where you start hitting some obvious resistance to the upside. You have to pay yourself, right? A little bit further up, okay, you have this consolidation area that's going to provide resistance. Also, I want to see where that daily level is, that fresh daily level. Right, you have that fresh daily level also at the 0.618. So you could potentially get a successful breakout and it rejects in the zone where I will be looking for a short opportunity because I want to play the long to the upside, but I also want to short the market to the downside because that's what we do from an intraday trading perspective. Then price falls here to the downside. Maybe it makes a higher low. There's bullish CVD building up or it retests the trend over here, right? As soon as you start hitting support, you have to take profits. And then maybe it continues here to the upside. So this breakout or the SFPs that I've just highlighted do have a chance to come and claim the high, but you have to pay yourself on the way up because you never know where it's going to reject and maybe even stop you out with no loss or with a loss and no profits in the bag. Right, legends, if you'd like to come and take these trades from an intraday trading perspective, remember, link down in the description, weeks, okay? This deal is not going to last forever. This is where you get $100 for free by signing up with this link and linking your email or your cell phone number as a verification or to secure your account, right? That's basically, you get $100, right, to secure your account. No KYC required. If you have another $200 to transfer into your week's account and you leave it there for 24 hours, you'll get another $100 to trade with. So go and take advantage of this deal. It's not going to last forever. Easy money. And I mean, if you want to practice your trading strategies, you're not familiar with the game just as yet, right? Weeks gives you free money to trade with. Right, legends. So a very short update here, very short live stream here from my side. I just quickly wanted to highlight what I am looking at from a day trading perspective today. And obviously, as price develops, I might change my strategy based on more information that I receive. But for now, this is what I see here on the charts. Right, so we can zoom out a little bit higher, but I will do that maybe during my next live stream a little bit later. Right, happy to have you here, Legend Junior. Always welcome in the live stream. Can you look at Solana? Unfortunately, this is not a long live stream. This is just a small little quick update. If you'd like me to look at your favorite altcoins, and I know that there has been someone that's been asking for super, and I keep on forgetting about it. I do have super here on my list. I will definitely go through super in my later live stream. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not going to go through altcoin requests at the moment. This is just a small, short little update to show everyone what I'm looking at from an intraday trading perspective. Right, we'll join today. Insane. Thanks. Absolute pleasure. Legends, have yourselves an amazing day, and I will see you guys a little bit later in my longer live stream. Until the next one, cheers for now.